Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up, peeps?
We've got our CW trailer here for Superman and Lois. This is from the CW Network YouTube channel. It says the 2-hour premiere event airs Tuesday, February 23rd, streams next day free only on the CW.
Okie dokes.
So I'm quite excited for this. I grew up loving Superman like many of you. Superman was the very first comic book series that I read. So
Really?
Yeah, very big fan from when I was a kid. Tapered off a little bit. Now I'm back again for this.
Yes.
So here we go. Let's check this out.
We were dreaming about having a family didn't look like this, did it? Lost jobs, teens with severe anxiety, parents gone too soon.
Why'd you move the family?
Hey.
Still looking for the simple life? 'Cause those days are gone, Clark. Long gone.
Ooh.
You got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I really wish I could get drunk sometimes. You're saying you're Superman?
We've seen Superman before. We've seen him.
Am I a bad father?
You're gonna be alright. No one ever dreams about the problems, but every life has them. Even the extraordinary ones.
Superman and Lois, 2-hour premiere event, Tuesday, February 23rd.
Forgive me, I don't know who that villain is, but he looks like some cross between the dude on the Doom cover and Master Chief.
Okay.
You know, with the kryptonite infused
Armor.
gun.
Yep.
the air blower gun, whatever that was. It's got some kind of force that shoots out of a gun
Yeah.
that I guess has kryptonite in it or something. Somehow he's gonna mess with Superman and cause him to have a bad day.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and it looks interesting. And the cool thing about this is they're really emphasizing the drama angle
Yes.
for Superman. And what that gives you is two things. It allows you to stay within budget, and it also gives you an interesting thing to access that makes him more human.
Yeah, well, that's what I've always enjoyed about the CW shows, like the ones that I've seen that kind of fall into this superhero genre. Like, I used to love watching Smallville, and I really liked that because it was kind of, you know, Superman in high school, right? So it just made him more relatable, and then you got to hang out with a lot of his friends, and you get introduced to the other characters in the Superman world. And then The Flash was really fun, although, forgive me, I only watched season 1.
Oh, but you said you love The Flash.
I did. I loved season 1 of The Flash. I thought it was really well done, and once again, it's just kind of like all the different quirky characters, and I thought, you know, just The Flash is super cool, and he's really funny, and so I like that they're doing this Superman and Lois take. I mean, just from the title alone, it's Superman and Lois, so as you said, it's already like a relationship drama, right? It's them coming and just trying to live their life as newlyweds, but obviously they're gonna have issues because of Clark Kent being Superman.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, this is the classic superhero dilemma, right? Where they're trying to hang up their cape or their costume or whatever. They're trying to just focus on this personal thing that they don't get to have, but then, you know, stuff happens and they gotta don the cape again. They gotta go and fight trouble. They gotta go and fight crime, whatever it is. They gotta go take care of those troubles that they're putting on the back burner that they're just trying to
that no
ignore.
one else can handle.
Yeah.
Because only Superman can deal with it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting, and I do appreciate the angle that you know, we're harping on, which is the family angle and whatnot, and it feels different from The Flash, like it's more mature, I would say.
It definitely feels more grown up, and it makes sense because Superman and Lois are more grown up characters. Like they got married, they have jobs, you know, it's kind of like a very real world situation, but with superpowers.
Right,
you know?
so honestly, how do you feel about his look? Because he looks different from what I feel like we grew up with, which is Christopher Reeves.
I like him.
And then, you know, that evolved into, I forgot the name of the actor who played him in Superman Returns.
Brandon Routh?
Okay, yeah, him. Is that him? I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
And then we had Dean Cain, of course, with Terry Hatcher.
Oh, is that? Oh, I got confused.
Or
No,
Dean-
Brandon Routh is later, but Dean Cain did the.
Oh yeah, sorry, flip flop
TV
it.
show.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was the movie. Was that?
There was a TV show, I believe, in the 80s, but I don't know who that actor was. But I feel like he was probably inspired, at least in some part, by Christopher Reeves. And so I feel like one of the things I said in the teaser of the Superman and Lois was that we're always trying to look for that outside of with Dean Cain being the exception. You know, we're always trying to find a Christopher Reeves sort of look. I mean, I feel like Henry Cavill was that, you know, but like a buffed up version of,
right.
You know. And so here we have this, you know, version of him that looks more like, he looks more like a you know, he's clean cut and chiseled, but he looks more like a Joe as opposed to this model-esque sort of individual. I mean, he looks a good-looking Joe. And why is that? What is the expression on your face? Am I saying something preposterous?
No, because I think
he doesn't look anything like Christopher Reeves. He doesn't look. They look like completely different individuals.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I guess it just never crossed my mind that
you look
in
at Christopher
all the
Reeves.
casting
You look
of
at Christopher Reeves. You look at Brandon, whatever his face is, and you look at Henry Cavill. They feel like an evolution. This feels like a departure in terms of his look to me. That's my opinion. That's what I'm at.
I mean, that's a valid opinion. I don't think that I agree with it, just because I don't actually think that either of the previous Supermen after Christopher Reeves kind of had, like, I don't look at them and think, oh wow, all of those other Supermen, except maybe Brandon Routh, like, maybe he kind of looks like Christopher Reeves, but like, I don't get that when I look at Henry Cavill. And you said Dean Cain, and you already said that you didn't think that Dean Cain looked like him. I mean, I guess there is a Superman look with the hair color, the build, and all that. Mm-hmm. I think, you know, Tyler here looks like he looks like Superman to me. Like, and I think, you know, they've definitely got that strong jawline. He's got a little bit of a dimple in his chin. He's like that all-American, good-looking guy.
Sure. I mean, to me, he looks more like, I guess, Superman that you'd find in the cartoon, perhaps.
Gotcha.
Versus Christopher Reeves is so iconic, and so I feel like that's what Hollywood is kind of going after again and again.
Sure.
You know, at least in the case of Superman Returns and Man of Steel. I might be wrong, but to me, this dude looks completely different from either of those two actors. I like that. I like that it feels different. It doesn't feel like they're trying to compete with Henry Cavill at all. Like, this is a completely different guy, completely different approach. And it feels more lighthearted, in fact, because, you know, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and Justice League, well, Justice League is a different thing. And we have yet to see what happens with Zack Snyder's rendition. But at least with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, it was more dark and grim and a more... You know, stoic Superman versus this feels like, I wish I could get drunk right now. Just like whatever he said.
Yeah.
You know, it feels more lighthearted. And I guess that speaks to the fact that it's on CW.
I was going to say.
But still, like, it's nice to go back there because that is the Superman I'm more familiar with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Like, I've enjoyed watching the DC stuff that they've put out on the CW, at least the ones that I've watched. There are some that I passed on. I think it looks really cool. I also really like Bitsy, I've forgotten her last name, but she plays Lois. Mm-hmm. I liked her ever since watching Grimm, and so it's super exciting to see her in a lead role in this. I just think that she's an awesome actress, and I like her a lot. So I'm like, yay, she's playing Lois, and I think that's just so cool.
I still stand by the fact that he looks different to me than all the predecessors. Like, he looks, I don't know, he looks more in line with Dean Cain to me, even though their ethnicities are totally different.
Well, you know, saying that though, you know, he kind of fits into the TV model of
I guess that
Superman.
makes, okay, there you go.
Because Tom Welling kind of had a similar vibe to him in Smallville, except Tom Welling had like the really
that's a great example. Okay, thank you for bringing him up. Tom Welling looks like Christopher Reeves, like a young Christopher Reeves. You don't see that? Like, I feel like they went out of their way to find someone who looked just like him, but young, right? For at least for that show. So that's thank you. That actually speaks to my point. Is like him, the dude from Returns, and then Man of Steel. They all feel like they're cut from the same cloth in some way, except Henry Cavill's like on steroids comparatively.
Maybe it's just that Christopher Reeves set the mold for what he's supposed to look like. But I think like they're also drawing from the source of inspiration, which is the comics.
Right.
Like, he's got a very iconic look. You know, black hair. Mm-hmm. You know, blue eyes or whatever.
All this to say, I like his look. Okay, just so y'all are clear. Like, I like dudes like, and I don't hate Christopher Reeves' look and them following that. I get it.
Yeah.
I am enjoying both. You know, I probably sound like I was hating on one, but I'm not. I'm enjoying this.
It just seems like a departure for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
But it's cool.
I feel like it's worth emphasizing. And so, yeah, it's just nice to visit, revisit Superman in this way. It feels like it's, even though it's finding him as a someone who's married and whatnot, the last several years, it feels like, except if you're watching like the cartoon adaptations, but even then, it feels like the last several years we've been following these larger than life adventures with Superman, which is like the end of the world, And it's like the biggest, most epic, and then we gotta be even more biggest and epicer than that, for the follow-up. Whereas here it's like taking it back to Earth, so to speak.
Right,
And
until he has to do superhero stuff all over again.
well, yes, but I feel like it's still gonna be within the realm of like, it's not gonna be on a $200 million budget, and so it's gonna be simpler, and that's what I'm interested in here.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all.
The human drama of it all.
Well, yeah, that and even the fights. It's like, I don't need it to be that Metropolis is being leveled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need it to be on that scale. I appreciate that they went there, but I don't need it to be on that scale. I like that this is gonna be smaller scale action and more intimate drama.
Yeah, and I wonder as well about, just how it's shot and the color and everything, because it's kind of got a little bit of a darker vibe to me. It doesn't really have that colorful, super saturated look. And I think it's quite nice. It seems a little bit more toned back.
I don't feel like it's a darker tone overall though, not like Man of Steel, which felt like colder. I get what you're saying. It's not super bright and vibrant like The Flash.
Yeah.
I get that, but it also isn't like drab.
No, it's not. It just feels different,
Yeah, it's more dramatic.
Yeah.
It's like an indie movie, but Superman.
Yeah.
So there you go, quote of the day. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And be sure to check out Achara Kirk on the social media, her YouTube channel, youtube.com/Achara. Subscribe here as well if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.